I don't know. I don't know. I feel as if I failed the listeners by not telling them over and over and over again. Jack Benedict is coming in today. And there he is.
There he is.
Jack Benedict visits with us this morning, and we bring Jack to you, presented by Marcus and Mack, voted the best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 4 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. So the Stephen Colbert Show ended its run last night, and that ended a significant period in CBS television history. CBS Radio
Sad.
just ended a significant period, groundbreaking period.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's gone now. The CBS Radio News operation has shut down. It's disappeared, and it's been on WDAD since the beginning of time.
Since day one.
Yeah.
Yeah, went back 81 years and 99 overall. It really is sad.
Yeah.
And I, contacted you last week. I said, if you want me to come in for a couple of minutes and just reminisce for a few minutes about CBS Radio, because actually at this time with the CBS World News Roundup at 8 o'clock.
There were 20 minutes right there.
Well, it was interesting because at one time, whenever I was working the 6 to 10, and we were doing split shift, we simulcast from 6 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
And 8 o'clock, we split programming with WQMU and went to beautiful music, or whatever we called it, quality music at that time.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because this is what I had to do. One-man show, of course.
Mm-hmm.
At 7:59, I hit a spot for Regency Mall. They had an adjacency leading into the CBS World News Roundup. I put it in queue here, CBS Radio. They would run a little headline before their actual newscast. So I briskly run down the hall, and I pull a patch cord, which has the simulcast, and I hit the start button, and the big reels start. And then I come back, and of course you've got to have a couple of seconds of dead air when the spot ends, and I wait until the brief, the headline, and then pot it up. Good morning. This is Reed Collins, CBS News World News Roundup.
Did you put on roller skates ever for that?
No, but I was a much younger man. But the thing was interesting. We had 3 breaks, and one came at 8:04, and one came at like 7.5 after, and then the third was around 8:13 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I always I remember that the first break was Barclays Hardware.
The World News Roundup at 8 o'clock was a tradition
It
for Indiana County listeners.
Oh, yeah. Robert Trout started. I mean, he was on there. I remember Reed Collins, Dallas Townsend. I mean, all these wonderful names of these guys.
Yeah, and then guys later like Christopher Glenn.
Christopher Glenn.
He was there for years and years and years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, with CBS, the other thing that I remember is when they first started back in 69 into the 70s, at 9:30, picked up the half hour, Arthur Godfrey.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Arthur Godfrey,
was on that late.
He was on from 9:30 to 10 o'clock.
How about that? I did not remember that at all. Wow.
Got another one for you.
Okay.
Back in the 70s into the 80s, CBS Mystery Theater.
Oh, yeah? And we aired that on WDAD?
In the evening. In the evening, like at 10 o'clock or whatever. The narrator was E.G. Marshall, and it was your soap operas or mysteries.
Harkening back to old-time radio, the Golden Age, which, when we began in 1945 on WDAD, it was the Golden Age of radio.
It was, yeah.
And I remember all the anniversary shows that we did down
Well,
through
the
years.
1970 25th, I was here for that, and then I missed the 50th. I was down the road to the Little House on the Prairie, and you were here for that.
Yeah,
with the 50th.
Yeah,
we
just had the 75th.
Oh yeah, the 70. Yeah, that's right. We've gone beyond that, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have.
But for all of those many years, all of the different features and the voices that you come to know, and the chief voice for many of us was the voice of Charles Osgood.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
before that, wasn't Carrault was on in that segment?
Yeah, Charles Carrault was preceded Osgood. I watch a lot of the Sunday morning shows,
Yeah.
and they did a feature a week ago, I guess it was, and of course you had Murrow, and when he
Yeah.
just so much tradition and stability,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden
They just pulled the plug.
they pulled the plug.
They just said
She
they
pulled
ran down the hall.
She
and
pulled the plug, and she may get the plug pulled on her. I'm hearing.
They ran down the hall like you used to do, and they pulled the cord there.
Oh, yes.
But it was an amazing run, and we relied upon them for so much. And Charles Osgood and Charles Carrault before that, with that voice,
Oh,
that big bear of a voice of his that he somehow made gentle and soft and
yeah,
welcoming.
exactly. And Osgood with the poems.
Yeah. Those were things, those were appointment times that you wanted to be sure that at 25 minutes after the hour you were there.
I'm going through my cassettes,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm finding that I had almost 1,000.
Really?
Really.
And you still have them?
I have them, and I'm in the midst of separating them because I'm thinking of donating to the museum at IUP, which I've given them some reel-to-reels and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
I came across a cassette that says CBS Radio News, and what it was about Division II. And they were talking that particular day, I'd recorded it, about IUP.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. How
Yeah.
long ago was that?
Oh, that would have been probably in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s, yeah.
Man.
But there's some things in there that I didn't realize that I had until I went back through, and then, oh, my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, that down through the years, of course, with CBS, you had all the different format changes as every entity is going to have. But they shortened the World News Roundup then to 7 minutes.
7 minutes now?
Yeah,
Okay.
And then they did away with it altogether. Now they've done away with CBS News altogether. But the personalities come through and always have. It doesn't matter if you're doing a straightforward newscast or not. The Christopher Glenn newscast is going to sound different from some of the other names of some of those people that were there for all of those years.
There's one that I did pick up on with Frank Sidapani.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we remember Frank Sidapani. and it was just a wonderful thing to know that those folks were always going to be there until now they're not.
Well, I was, when I did delve into my book, I thought I'd better do some stuff on radio.
Mm-hmm.
And just the fact that, well, it was something that we've been able to do all our lives here.
There's a woman who was on CBS as a behind-the-scenes person named Liz Dribbin. And Liz was the one who hooked me up with the first interviews that I did, with the first celebrity interviews. The first one that I did was Brian Boitano and Katarina Witt.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And Liz would call me out of the blue. She's passed away now. I looked her up the other day, and she's passed away. But she hooked me up with Brian Boitano and Katarina Witt, and then she would just call me out of the blue, and she'd say, I've got so-and-so. You want them for this day at this time? I said, yeah. And one day she called me up, and she said, I've got Jimmy Stewart. She said, would you like Jimmy Stewart? And I said, do you know who you're talking to here? You're talking to Jimmy Stewart's hometown.
Yes, there it is.
Of course we'd like Jimmy Stewart. And so that's how it came to be that I did the last hometown radio interview with Jimmy Stewart.
With Jimmy Stewart. And I found my cassette of the parade.
Of the
entire parade.
Really?
Chuck and I did the parade.
Uh-huh.
And where the Jets went over, and of course when Reagan was talking with him, we got the whole thing.
Wow.
And it was, I think, well, there it is,
Mm-hmm.
And Linda Moore spoke. Ron Thomas, I had lunch with Ron the other day. I said, Ron, I got something for you. I said, you did a great job. He said, about what? I said, that speech 43 years ago.
But when something like CBS passes away, and which it has, CBS News has passed away from radio, you begin to think of the people here locally that were on at the same time as well. And so you go back, and the people that you started here in 1969 with, those folks, many of them have passed on as well. And,
Yes,
that passage of time, the closing of the door, I think, is what gets people the most about CBS News going away. Is the abrupt closing of the door, because it didn't close; it slammed.
Did it ever?
And we were so shocked by that that all of a sudden something that has been there for 99 years is gone.
Yeah, it's and the way we handled radio way back when, it was so much. Not that it's not fun now, but we did so many things that we had to do at one time.
When you were a young guy, I should say, little Jack Benedict. Little Jack de Benedict.
Jackie.
When Jackie was growing up, of course you weren't here in Indiana. You were in Mount Pleasant.
Right.
But you were listening to old time radio, and the CBS network shows that were here on, because radio was structured.
I do have one of those
way.
cassettes about the old time radio. I'm sure Josh, he's big on that stuff too.
Yeah, but you think of all of the people on CBS News Radio.
Well, now, since you've switched to NBC, and I have the original tape of my dad with the Four Tones of Harmony Barbershop Quartet with Major Bose from May of 1936.
Wow.
And the interesting thing I found out later is there was a guy with a couple others called the Hoboken Four. Frank Sinatra had appeared on the same show 2 months before.
The Hoboken
The
Four.
Hoboken Four.
And your dad's group was what?
The Four Tones of Harmony.
The Four Tones.
And they sang, "You're Nobody's Sweetheart Now." And Major Bose said, "Now, where are these young fellows from Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania? Where would that be?" One of the guys in the group had a copy of it, and I have a copy.
Your dad could have been the next Sinatra.
I said he made network radio. I never did.
Well, I'm glad you made local radio because you made it so well here for so many years and continue to do so. A little reminiscing here today about CBS News, which has ceased operations.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me here for my cameo appearance.
I'm glad you came in. You can do sports the rest of the day. I'm going to Juniata Valley to do a baseball game. So.
Yes, well, good for you. I'm glad I'm not.
Jack, have a great day.
Okay, you two have a major league one.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. 25 minutes after 8 o'clock. Matt is in the newsroom. He's coming up right after Westwood One Sports.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Sponsored by Wrangler. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim styles to kickstart your day. The Knicks are up 2-0 on Cleveland in the East Finals. No finals appearance since 99 for New York. No banner since 73, so just getting there might be enough for New York fans. But let's be honest, San Antonio and OKC, they look like the varsity. The East looks like the JV. I'm John Lund.
The right tools aren't optional. They're how the job gets done right. That's why a lot of us run with Napa for tools and equipment we can count on. From Milwaukee fuel sets, sockets, and impacts that deliver real power when you need it, to Carlisle